We just ended up there without any agenda. We started talking. We started just having a very freewheeling conversation. Srini was there, and a number of other professors, Aruna, and I think Ramesh was there too, and a lot of people, belonging to the Hyderabad ecosystem. We just, started chatting. We started talking about what can be done, or what is happening across the world. What should the government of Telangana be focusing? How can we ensure that Hyderabad continues to take the mind space of people across the world, etc., etc. Before the end of the day, before the end of the conversation, one decision was taken. We had agreed to set up a space. In fact, initially we didn't know what to call it, but we just agreed and decided that we will be setting up a large incubator to ensure innovation is supported fully by the government of Telangana. That was the beginning of this journey. And then eventually, in the next, I think it took a bit longer than I would have liked it, but eventually we were ready by the next year. We actually had IIIT Hyderabad supporters with a warm shell. They said you could use this. It's a good space. It's just lying out there. So we took it. We've completely, made it our own, and we've, I think, done a fairly good job there, from what I keep hearing from many people I meet. And then on November 5th, in fact, we waited. We were ready by, I think, August, if I remember correctly, August 2015. We wanted Ratan Tata to come in and inaugurate this facility. A lot of people asked me. They said, what's so special about Ratan Tata that you are holding it up for him? I told them one thing, and Ratan Tata, unfortunately, was indisposed at that point of time in August. He said, I can only come in November. So we actually postponed, we delayed our launch by about 3 months, just to wait for Mr. Tata's time. A lot of people asked me. I think Mr. Tata truly symbolizes the transformation that's sweeping this nation today. You think Tata, you think of the brand name Tata, the immediate thing that you can recall is steel or large, robust machines, anything but startups, anything but innovation. But today, you look at this gentleman who's over 70, a septuagenarian, you see him investing in startups every other day. He keeps making all these very interesting investment choices, which keep appearing in newspapers. So I found it really fascinating. We reached out to him. I had a 3-hour lunch meeting with him. I was talking to him, trying to understand what he is doing and why he is doing it. He was very upbeat, even in his 70s, where he can absolutely comfortably retire and do his own thing and travel to all the exotic locations that Dr. BVR keeps going to, Uzbekistan, and what was the name of the place you mentioned? Kebab something? Kiva, sorry, Kiva. Yeah, I almost sounded like kebab something. Anyway, so he could have done that. He can hang up his boots, do his thing, not bother about what's going on in the world. He's done his bit. He's been the chairman of a large Indian conglomerate which has taken over Jaguar, for God's sake. So he can rest. He can actually hang up his boots and do his thing. But he's not doing that. So that's why I was so fascinated, and that's exactly why, because I believe he's truly the representative of the transformation that is sweeping our nation, and that's why we wanted him to inaugurate this facility. Now, the day he was here, the day he was at T-Hub, November 5th, 2015, he made a very profound statement. He looked around, he walked around, he spoke to a lot of youngsters, and then he said, this is the new face of India. That was the kind of optimism. And that just made our day. That just made our day. Because, when people like him walk up and tell you that this is the new face of India, this is what we look forward to, and this is what India should look forward to, I think that is a telling statement, that is a telling comment. In the last 2 years, I keep meeting several industrialists, several tech czars, several ministers, other government representatives on a very regular basis. Whoever I meet, wherever I meet, and whatever we talk about, inevitably